So that was designed to get your attention. Not sure if it did or not, but as I understand, that's what you're supposed to do with social media, is get people's attention, even though it may have nothing to do with what you're gonna say. So now what I wanna do is I wanna tell you what I'm gonna tell you up front. I'm giving you a sales pitch. And that sales pitch is for a program and some services that I'm offering, but it's really a sales pitch for your own health and happiness. So stick with me, because I got a story and I got some useful info, and then I got my sales pitch. All right, so now I want to tell you a story. So I just got back from Thanksgiving vacation, and it was awesome. But I was definitely out of my comfort zone. So most days I have a very regimented schedule. I get up early, I go work out at the CrossFit Combine here, which I love. I go for a solitary walk, I come back, I sit down, I meditate for about 20 minutes, and then the craziness of my day starts. And I usually eat 2 meals in a day, or 1 meal in a day, usually an evening meal, or sometimes I'll have like a around lunchtime kind of snack looking thing. But I feel like one of the reasons that I'm always feeling perform great and I'm always progressing is because I have so much control over what happens in my day. So then I go on vacation. We go up to Burn, Idaho, and first of all, of course, just traveling is going to take you out of your routine to some degree, but I control what I can. The temperature there, instead of being 60 degrees during the day, is 10 degrees when you wake up in the morning. So my walks are different. They're shorter. My feet were freaking freezing. And so my walk shorter, I get back, I do what workout I can. I have like a kettlebell there, and I meditate, and then my day is completely different because it's Thanksgiving, you know, so we're making food all day, we're eating food all day, we have these amazing meals. For the first time in as long as I can remember, I'm actually stuffed after eating. I don't ever remember, like, since I've been on this real food journey, like actually eating to stuffness. And yet this was happening a couple times in a day. And because we're making food all day, we're snacking all day, and it's all great, wholesome stuff, right? So I'm eating a lot more than normal. I'm eating a lot more frequently than normal. And I'm also indulging. Like, we had a lot of pie, a lot of desserts. And again, all this stuff is made with wholesome, good ingredients, but it was very different from what I'm used to. But I felt great. We got back late last night and went to bed, ate dinner, went to bed, got up, came in and worked out and started my normal routine again. And I felt great this morning. And I weighed myself and I couldn't believe it. I weighed the same as before I left. I actually lost a pound, which it's almost incomprehensible. And at the same time, it's not a big surprise for me because I understand and appreciate and adore how this stuff works with us. So take a moment and just think about what it is that you actually want. What are you doing with life? Why the heck are we all doing what we're doing? And I don't care if you talk about career, you talk about your relationships, you talk about your nutrition, like anything and everything that we're doing is geared towards trying to find happiness. And what we know is that happiness starts with health, because when you find health, you find yourself. We've said it a million times, but I'm gonna say it again, maybe just a little bit different. When you find health, you find yourself, and everything about your life gets better. Imagine, your life situation is not gonna change that much here in the near future. Your work situation, your relationship, what you have going on, all that stuff is pretty much gonna stay pretty consistent. Maybe you'll have a shift here and there, but my point is, imagine showing up to that life situation feeling good, with consistent energy levels and strong digestion, and for a lot of people, just being comfortable in your body and happy with the way that you look and happy with the way that you think you're being perceived by other people. Imagine how much easier and better the rest of your life would be because of that. Now, here's the problem. It's information. We have access to more information than we ever have in our existence. We are bombarded with information from organizations, institutions, experts, people that have good intentions trying to help you out, but that's coming from external sources. And then we seek out information because, again, we want happiness. We want to figure this stuff out, and we have in our minds what it is that we think we need to be looking for. So basically, you've got a ton of information that you have access to. You're bombarded with information, you're seeking information, and so you have misinformation. You've got information overload and confusion and overwhelm. And sometimes you'll find some information, you'll get into it, and you'll see some results, but those results are temporary because you don't have a confidence that it's the absolutely right thing to do. And because you have these fleeting results and you have this uncertainty, for most of us, we feel somewhat manipulated and maybe even overwhelmed with all this stuff. And here's the biggest travesty of all. A lot of people have suffered and even died from this misinformation. In fact, you and I both know people that are obese, that have prediabetes, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, insulin resistance, cancer, autoimmune conditions, I mean, you name it, rare things that we don't even know what the heck they are. And the reality is that the majority of those things are based on lifestyle choices. They really are. There's a very, very small part of that that's genetic. Genetics play a role in your predispositions, but it's your lifestyle choices and decisions, and a lot of that's food that actually determine whether those genetics are turned on or off, or those genes are turned on or off. And so it's a really important thing. It's a crucial matter because it's not just about your happiness short term. It's not just about figuring out life and going and doing and seeing all the different things that you want to in a better shape and form. It's really about quality of life and aging gracefully and not being under the care of the medical system to the best of your ability and not being a burden to other people to the best of your ability as you get older. Now, we empathize with you because we've all been there. We've all been in the place of being confused and overwhelmed and uncertain, and then we've all learned the right information and we put it into practice and we look, feel, and perform better than we ever have in our entire lives. I know what you're thinking. You know what to do. You know what you need to do, right? You need to do a detox, or you need to drink some celery juice every day, or you need to eat more vegetables, or you need to eat more often, right? You need to eat every 2 or 3 hours to keep that metabolism stoked and burn some calories, right? Or you need to eat a certain amount of protein in a day, a certain amount of grams of protein in a day. You need to prep your meals, you need to plan your meals, right? Yeah, we've all been there and done that. The reality is that the answer is so simple and beautiful and controversial and exciting that people just don't believe it until they get into it. Now, we haven't changed our message since 2011. Our message has just gotten better and clearer and backed with more and more science. In fact, a lot of the holistic hot shots that are out there on PBS and some of these mainstream documentaries are saying a lot of the stuff that we've been saying for a long time. And yet it's still very controversial because we have so much different advice and conflicting advice out there. So here's my sales pitch. Hang with me. January 9th, 2021, we have our latest masterclass, Real Food Masterclass, that we call Mastering Real Food for a Lifetime, kicking off, both in person and virtual. All right, you have access to both of those. And this class is designed to give you everything that you need to know about real food. And my goal, my intention, my vision with this class is to give you the confidence that you need to never, ever question what or how you're supposed to eat ever again. Imagine that. Imagine having that certainty. And that's what we all experience. This is how we do it. What you need to know and understand when it comes to real food to see the results that you want is you need to know the proper definition of real food. You need to understand how to eat real food in a way that gives you metabolic health. And it's pretty simple. We have some basic rules around it, okay? But you also need to know within this basic framework how to constantly be experimenting so that you can fine-tune and figure out what works best for you and always keep things fresh and exciting. And one of the things that we're really good at with the SHT is we're always experimenting and we're always bringing the newest and latest and greatest as far as fad methodologies and popular things that are out there. We're always experimenting with it. And so you get to be a part of that experiment with us. But in this masterclass, you're going to learn the basics of real food, how to structure your macros, how to develop metabolic health, how to read labels with confidence so that you can make it work no matter where you go. And you're also going to learn how to experiment with low carb, how to do an elimination diet, how to self-test so that you can fine-tune things and make things work for you in the most optimal way. We're also going to do some experimenting with fasting, and then at every one of our meetings, we always teach one of the popular real food methodologies, because we feel like when people understand these popular methodologies, it gives them confidence in what they're doing, and also they don't get sucked into any other fad diets anymore because of that confidence. All right, so we learn about paleo, primal, Weston A. Price, low carb, ketogenic, vegan, carnivore, and Mediterranean. All right, so this progression and masterclass it's amazing. It's everything that you need to know about real food. Here is the opportunity. The opportunity is for $399, you get this 8-week course. All right, and again, in person or virtual, we're hosting it live starting January 9th. That's 5 meetings every 2 weeks, right? For a total of 8 weeks for a lifetime. You're gonna learn what you need for a lifetime. Now, $399 gets you that class, but it also gets you an annual enrollment into our online community, Superhumans United, which is an amazing place of education, experience, and support from other people. It's like our own little Facebook outside of Facebook, and we absolutely love it. There's recipes in there, there's courses in there, there's love and support. It's just a really, really great place. You can also purchase this at $39.99 a month with an annual commitment. And that's basically breaking up that $399 into monthly payments. But with that $399 a month, you also get access to our online community for an entire year. Now here's what I'm going to do for everybody. If you sign up right now, we're going to give you the month of December for free. And in that month of December, you've got access to everything that we have in there. There is a Mastering Real Food for a Lifetime pre-course series of classes that are in there that you can go ahead and start taking advantage of. Things like how to take your own pictures and measurements so you can document progress, how to take your own, or what blood work to get, how to choose the proper cookware, the proper chef knife. What else do we have in there? How to set intentions and a vision for yourself, which is really, really important. I think a couple of other things. So there's some pre-course stuff in there. And we also have our Basics of Real Food course in there and some other things that you can use to get started. But what I want to do is give you the month of December for free. So if you sign up right now, you're going to get December for free. If you want to pay that $399 a month, you're going to pay $399 now, and you're going to get this course or this access to this community all the way through December 31st of next year, which obviously includes the Mastering Real Food for a Lifetime course starting on January 9th. If you pay $39.99 a month, you're going to get a free month of the month of December, where you're not going to have any payments come out until starting in January. So if you want freedom with food, freedom with the right information, and you want to get rid of the nonsense and get to a point to where you have ultra clarity and confidence with what it is that you know and do, this is what you want to do. If you want to be happy, if you acknowledge that health is a big part of that, then this is what you want to do. If you have any questions at all, then let me know, reach out. If you can't afford this, but you really want it, we have never turned anyone away. Message me, let me know, and I'll work with you. All right? I think that's about all I got. I hope there was no hidden punches there, because I told you what I was going to do. I told you I had a sales pitch, but the sales pitch is really just for your health and your life, right? All right, y'all keep it real, make it a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.